Hi guys, hi. I'm running a bit late for the live. 5 minutes late. Sorry guys. Hope you weren't waiting for me. How are you all? What's going on? I just had a little brainwave today of all the meditations and all the affirmations and courses I'm going to record over the next week. Woohoo! I just had a big brainwave. If there's any meditations you guys can think of, guided meditations you would like me to record, or affirmation recordings you'd like me to make, let me know. That you can listen to, okay, and download the MP3 of. If there's any particular affirmations, let me know and I will do them. Hi guys, I've got a whole list of stuff. Specific person affirmations, self-concept affirmations, nighttime ones you can listen to very quietly while you go to sleep about your self-concept, about your specific person, guided meditations, imagining your wedding day, imagining them contacting you when they haven't contacted you for ages, imagining your pregnancy and your baby if you want to get pregnant. Lots of different guided meditations. Guys, if you think of any affirmation tapes you'd like me to record, any themes, anything you'd like on there, let me know. Because I'm going to start recording them this week and they're going to be downloadable MP3s, and when my website's built, you'll be able to literally download them. They won't be too expensive. There'll be lots there, so you can have lots in your phone, in your Apple Music or whatever, or your iTunes. Just put them in your phone and you can listen to them as you go to sleep. You can listen to them as you're walking. If you're ever not doing your affirmations, you can literally repeat after me with these affirmation tapes. If there's any you'd like me to do, just let me know. Some about getting over a long-term, exhausting, heartbreaking relationship. Well, darling, you don't have to get over it. Do you want to repair it, or you're trying to get over it? Do you want nothing to do with this person now, or do you want them back? This is a place where we get them back. We don't get over things here. We get them back. But if you're trying to get over heartbreak, I can do one for that. Absolutely, if you don't want the person back. Loz, please tell me, rewriting the old story doesn't actually change the past. Obviously, guys, sometimes it does. Neville talks about revision being something that does change the past, because the past is literally a memory, guys. You are changing your memory of it. So in your brain, your memory becomes anew of that event. Once you remember it and remember it, the new story again and again and again and again and again, and you revise it, it's like your brain forgets. Guys, you've got to remember, you can't go back to the past in a DeLorean like Back to the Future. It doesn't fucking exist. It's just a figment of your imagination and something you're trying to remember. It's a memory, and everyone's memory of that event will be different. If you asked your SP, how did your breakup go, he'll remember it different than you did. If you ask your brother or sister what the childhood events were like, they'll remember it differently from you. It's simply a memory. So yes, going back and revising it and changing the old story and rewriting the new story and focusing on the new story as a form of revision does change the past. Neville says it does, so I believe him. Hi, Loz. Could you please explain what Neville meant by frame of reference? Your frame of reference. What does he mean by frame of reference? I can't remember when he says that. Is he talking about the state you're in? What the state you're in, your frame of reference? Or is he talking about your new viewpoint, your frame of reference as in how you refer to the world? Like you're seeing the world from your eyeballs and visualization, that's your frame of reference? What he says is your place you most often return to is your dwelling place. Maybe that's what you're talking about. That if you dwell in the thoughts of the old story, dwell in the old man, the thoughts of the old you, that's your frame of reference, that you literally refer to the world with those old thoughts, those old beliefs about you and the situation. And that's then your frame of reference that you then see the world through. It's your filter. You see through your eyeballs the world through. Is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Let me know which bit he said that. What was he referring to when he was saying that? I can't remember the exact time he said that. I'm just trying to think. Not wanting back, he has no capacity to love. I want better, stronger and real. Well, Veronica Ralston, unfortunately, darling, you caused that shit. You've come to the wrong place if you want to be still angry at your ex and get over them. This is not the place for you. Let me explain. You are the only cause. Your habitual subconscious thought creates your reality. So if a person turned up with no capacity to love and was not strong and it wasn't real, unfortunately, you caused that with your thinking. Your thinking goes out of your brain, telepathically sent to everyone in your reality, and they reflect that back. So if you didn't feel lovable, they won't love you. If you felt like they might leave you or betray you or cheat on you, they do. If you feel you can't trust people because you were abused as a child or something happened to you in childhood where you feel a sense of mistrust, you won't be able to trust anybody, and everyone in your reality won't be trustworthy. Unfortunately, whatever happened to you as a child from the age of 0 to 7 is stuck in your brain as a core belief, and it literally reflects out for the rest of your life until you change that shit. And it forms your current and past relationships. And if you have a relationship where a person turned up without a capacity to love, you literally either attracted a person to you who was totally incapable of giving you the love you need because of some shitty thing that happened to you in childhood where either your parents didn't give you enough love and you were emotionally deprived, and you literally outpictured that with your brain to every other person. I'm not lovable, don't give me the love I need, and they literally won't. Or you're such a beautiful, lovely person and you're such an overgiver, you attracted a complete narcissist who sucked you dry of all your energy and all your love because you're an overgiver and you feel you're not enough, so you feel you have to do and give to get love. Whatever happened, darling, understand that your habitual subconscious thinking caused that, and unfortunately blaming the other person and being heartbroken about it and trying to get past it isn't the way to get through this. It's to accept that you caused it. Go and watch my TikTok series called How to Manifest an Apology. It's probably halfway down the page, it's about 6 videos. You probably won't like it because I'm saying you cause all the situations in your life. So unfortunately, that's how manifestation works and how subconscious thinking manifests. Sorry. Go and watch all my lives, darling, in the Facebook group. I'm not blaming you. I'm literally saying we all do it. We just don't realize we're doing it. That's why you end up in relationship the same ones. If you want a better, stronger, and real relationship, unfortunately, if you don't change your self-concept and the stuff in you that caused that, you'll just find the same guy in a different person. It's not about them, it's about you. You have to change you to change them. You have to change you to change the situation. You have to change you to have a brand new relationship that's better. It's got nothing to do with them. Sorry. Any questions, guys? I'm purging. Oh, what? Hang on. I've been watching all your videos all day yesterday. Oh my God, poor you. You must be sick of me by now. I'm purging so much and having bad dreams, but I woke up thinking I'm with SP, ? Don't worry, darling. Okay, guys, when you're trying to affirm new thoughts, sometimes your subconscious really fucking doesn't like it and you'll feel sick, you'll have bad dreams, you might have nightmares, you might have headaches. It's just what happens. You are fighting your habitual subconscious thinking. It doesn't like it when you do that. It thinks, excuse me, Charlotte, excuse me, such and such, I think this is who you are and I'm going to fight you, motherfucker. I'm going to give you a headache to stop you from doing this. Stop you from changing my habitual beliefs. It doesn't like it. Don't worry about the dreams. Only give them good meaning. If you have a bad dream about your SP, wake up and think, oh, well, he had a nightmare about me too. I'm on his mind. Give it all good meaning, guys. Dreams don't mean anything. They just mean what you think they mean. So give them good meaning. God, this pimple's getting bigger. Excuse my pimple, everyone. Do I write the new story in the form of affirmations and then repeat and repeat and repeat? You can, darling, but I would also write the new story as a story, like literally a written down story. This is what happened instead, and then take affirmations from that. He loves me so much, he adores me, he wants me and only me. I'm the only girl for him, whatever it is, if there was a third party, etc., based on that story. It's literally a new scripted story. But yes, the affirmations revise it also. I am now this or that. I am this or that. Do you know the way? What are you talking about? Good morning, Loz. So happy to see you. Love, Val from the UK. Oh, thanks so much, Val. Hello. Came to a halt in my weight loss. Started watching you, and guess what? The scale's going down. Yes, Ellie, good for you. Were you affirming that I'm getting thinner and thinner and my body is so beautiful? What were you affirming, darling? Good for you. Will come back at some point. Guys, do you realise that regardless if you give up on your SP, the 3D will catch up on you and he will come back at some point? Yes! Guys, it will catch up. If you're affirming and affirming and affirming and affirming and affirming you together, it catches up at some point. They'll be fucking back because I did that with my ex. I wanted him back. I affirmed for him just a little bit. I said, you'll rue the day you left me. There's no one like me. You're so unique. I'm so full of energy and there's no one girl like me. You'll never meet another girl like me. And he came back within a month and then literally like 5 months later, said that on the phone to me, word for word what I'd said. And I didn't even affirm it that much, word for word. And I just sat on the phone like, you've got the best energy. There's no girl in the whole world like you. I miss you. I miss you so much. You're so vivacious. He threw in vivacious as an extra bonus word. I didn't affirm that one. Yes, they will, guys, even if you don't fucking want them. Hi, Loz. Is the sleep of K you mentioned just like dreamy state you're in when you wake up? Oh, the sleep. So the state akin to sleep, what Neville calls the state akin to sleep, it's like a drowsiness. Yes, it's when you're waking up and when you're drifting to sleep. It's like you're slowly turning off your monkey mind and your subconscious is a bit more open. The gatekeeper of the conscious mind's fallen asleep. Yes. I am affirming for somebody who matches my queen energy. My reality deserves better. Well, yes, darling, but you've got to remember you create that person, so create who you want. Any tips on how to handle no contact? I'm disappointed that he is not reaching out. Affirming, though. All right, darling, look, stop looking at this out here. That's really what you need to do. You need to stop looking at it, okay? It's not real. You made it up in your mind, and it's reflecting back all the shit you thought. Stop looking at it and thinking, why isn't he contacting me? Why? In your mind, live up here. Oh, he loves me so much. He loves contacting me. He contacts me all day. He's blowing up my phone. Live up here. Molly! Come here! Sorry, my dog is going nuts at the dog next door. Come here! Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to go close my front door. There is a nasty, nasty little Pomeranian little asshole dog next door, and my dog loves barking at it. And when it barks, she barks. Go away from the door. Oh, now there's another fucking dog next door. There's 2 dogs. Stop your barking. You're naughty. Sorry, guys. There's 2 dogs there next door now. Now she's really barking her head off. Oh, now there's a dog out the back barking. Ah, yelled. Right, guys. Sorry. Dog troubles. I'm going to affirm my dog no longer barks when I don't want it to. I think the hurt has killed it for me. Guys, you've got to realise you caused the hurt. You can hold on to that hurt all you fucking like, but you've got to realise you caused it. You are the only cause. Guys, I understand when they hurt you. I understand when you're broken up, how fucking hard it is and how you're heartbroken. But at some point, you've got to stop and realise they were thoughts you had. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. Maybe he'll meet someone else. Maybe he's looking at other girls. And then he does. You've got to realise that every fucking thing that comes out of their mouth is something you once thought. Write down everything they said and then look at it and think, did I ever think that? You fucking did. Trust me. I can look at the text from my ISP when we broke up. I deleted them now. And they're everything I thought once. And when I read them, it was like a fucking dagger. Daggers, daggers, daggers in my heart. And then I thought, you know what? I thought all these things. That he needed to go away and sort himself out. That he wasn't over his past. All these things. I thought them all. All along, I thought them. Guys, they're only reflecting you. Please trust me on this. If you're hurt, you're going to have to forgive yourself because it's got nothing to fucking do with them. The sooner you realise that, the sooner you'll get over the hurt. You'll think, oh, I hurt myself. What did I do that to myself for? Morning, Loz. I've been going great with the more powerful affirmations we put in place. Yes, Mandy. Good for you, darling. Guys, I had a couple of second calls this week with people that literally had calls with me maybe the first or second week I was doing my videos. My client calls, and I didn't delve enough into, I don't think, their childhood. I think we were talking too much about the SPs on some of the calls, and some other people were asking for really much stronger, like Mandy, much stronger, more exaggerated affirmations to really, because they've been doing the same ones for a while, and now to really up the ante. So guys, if you had an early call with me and you don't feel like we got into your childhood shit enough, and we were talking about the SP too much, have another call with me. This is the best. Since taking all your advice, everything I want has been happening. I love this. Oh, really, Kate? Woo! What's been happening? Tell us. Yay! Now I'm going to read Helen's. How do we stop feeling hopeless? Read Kate's message just then. Read Kate's comment, darling. Look at the success stories and realise, guys, you can do this too. If they can do it, you can do it. Stop looking at the 3D if you're feeling hopeless. Live up here. Guys, you've got to understand this is the only reality up here. I know that sounds fucking nuts, but you've got to understand that you cause this with this. This is a reflection. This is a reflection of this. Live up here. Look up here. Stop looking out here. Stop wondering where it is, why the messages aren't coming, where he is, why he isn't here yet, and start imagining up here that he is. Start imagining up here he's blowing up your phone. Live up here. Stop looking at the 3D, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. Handwriting affirmations, very helpful. Good idea, darling. If you're going to do them in nice handwriting, but don't do them over and over and over again fast like a fucking robot, Bart Simpson style. They won't do shit, darling. Got to think them. I've seen this cue before, but missed your answer. Thoughts on Joe Dispenza? He's a fucking idiot. Look, Joe's got some good points, but then he goes on about fucking vibration and shit and feelings. And I feel like sitting Joe down and saying, Joe, you understand how the mind works, don't you? And he will go, yes. And I'll go, thanks. Okay, great. So just tell me why you're saying everyone needs feeling first when a thought is before a feeling. So don't we just need the thought? Oh, thanks, Ms. Smith 06. And he'll say, oh yeah, thought does come before feelings. I don't know why I'm banging on about feelings to everybody, because you have to have the thought before you have the feeling. You're right, Loz. I don't know why I'm $1 million author. Maybe you should be. Okay? You've got to understand that Joe Dispenza talks a lot of fucking crap about energy and vibration and shit. Is the stuff I don't understand and believe in. Because, guys, everything's fucking energy. Anyone's talking about energy and vibration, everything's energy. My phone is energy. My phone is vibrating. Every atom vibrates. That's how it stays an atom. Oh. He loses me when he starts talking about that shit. When he talks about give love, be love. What the fuck does that mean, Joe? How do I do that? You're so fucking confusing. But if you like him, read him. Good on you. Hearing your success makes me so happy, giving me hope. Yes! Yes, Maria. Yes, Kate. Thank you for that lovely comment. It's giving us all hope. How do I not think about the third party? Stop fucking focusing on her. Guys, are you working on your self-concept? Are you building yourself up? Are you doing things in life for yourself? Are you pampering yourself and self-care and focusing on you? Or are you constantly fucking focusing on the third party? Some of you are so obsessed with your SPs, I'm actually concerned that you're mentally unwell with the SP obsession. If you're thinking about that third party all fucking day, you can't possibly be focusing on yourself. You understand this, guys? You need to focus on yourself. If you're focusing on yourself, how can you possibly be thinking about the bitch? Because you're focusing on you. You can only think two things. You can't think two things at the same time. You can either think about you or think about her. So try thinking about you all the fucking time. Good night, Luna. Trying so hard, we'll try harder. God damn it. I changed my belief and worth, and my SP is falling at my feet. Yes, Kate! Woo! Good for you, see? She changed her belief about herself and her worth, her self-worth, and her SP is falling at her feet. Guys, it's only about you. It's only your self-worth and your self-concept and what you think of you that matters. That's how they'll treat you. Why do you think I keep fucking banging on about it? Wonderful, Kate. Wonderful. Guys, if you don't mind, when I do my website, I might use some of these as testimonials, if you don't mind, your lovely comments in the lives. Although I can't see them after I've recorded this live. I'll just have to remember what I read out. But Kate, if you don't mind me putting your comment on my website, I will. That's a lovely, lovely thing that's happened for you, darling. Just keep going. Assume he loves you. Have nothing but that thought. He loves me. That's why he's here. He loves me. Guys, when they come back, just assume they love you. It's the most important thing of all. And work on your self-concept. I can relate to that energy stuff too, though. My manifestations happen so quick when I feel good. Yes, guys, but the thought is what makes you feel good. You have to think a good thought before you feel good. Thought comes before the feeling. That's why I'm saying the feeling isn't necessary. It comes after. Great. If you feel a certain feeling after you're thinking a certain thing, wonderful. But you have no control over the feeling. You only have the control over the thought. That's the thing I would argue with Joe about, because I just think he bangs on too much about fucking feelings. And I think, Joe, you know full well that you can't form a feeling without first thinking a thought. Can you, Joe? And he'd say, that's right, Loz. Why am I worth so much money? And I'll say, I fucking don't know. Any more questions, guys? I can just see people laughing. What are you laughing at? Every time Loz says some negative self-concept, my mind automatically affirms positive self-concept. Laughs my ass off. Yes, darling. Good. Good, Icy. Good for you, darling. Morning. Hi, Anne. I am literally going to manifest Harry Styles or Timothy Chalamet. Who's Timothy Chalamet? I don't know who that is. We're manifesting an upgrade. Yes, I love Harry Styles. I watched a video today on TikTok. And it was him with, thanks, Vince Smith. It was him with, what's his name, the fat one? James Corden. Yeah, him, sorry. Shouldn't say the fat one. He used to be much fatter. And doing a skit in the street. And I just find Harry Styles so funny. I just find his dry, and he's got this real sexy, deep voice. I find his voice so sexy. And he's just doing this thing where he was like mucking around with James Corden. But every time he talks, I just love him. I just think he's so uber talented. He's got such sex appeal for men and women. I just think he's like all round fantastic. I love Harry Styles. He's one of those people that got discovered on a television show that was worth discovering, you know, like Jennifer Hudson, even though they kicked Jennifer Hudson off and told her she never amounted to anything and she won every fucking award in the world. Sometimes I don't know who they're choosing. I feel like there's a lot he says that is like Neville, though. Yes, I'm sure they've all read Neville. It's like the whole everything that, what's his name? The one who died that was bald? Wayne Dyer? Everything Wayne Dyer said was Neville. The Wish Fulfilled, the book, is all Neville. So I'm sure, look, I haven't listened to enough Joe. I've got to go listen to Joe, but he just loses me as soon as he says, there's some people that really lose me. If they start banging on about vibrational energy, my brain just goes, oh, sorry, you lost me. I've stopped listening to that shit years ago. So Joe, I haven't listened a great deal to or read his books because he just loses me on the first page. And I'm like, oh, Joe, I'm sorry, I can't. Honestly, everything SP was reaching out every second day, but suddenly stopped this week. Don't worry about it, Adele. Start fucking focusing on you, God damn it. Why are you worrying about it? I know it's hard when they suddenly stop. It's because your doubt started kicking in. Your fear started kicking in, Adele. Focus on you, please. I'm fucking begging you. When you focus on you, they focus on you. Stop fucking focusing on him not calling you. Focus on yourself. I really hate it when I talk like that. I look like a cat's mouth. I've seen... Oh, that's amazing. Yes. Contact from SP. Seeing him again. He is in open communication. Yes, Kate. Good for you, my darling. Loz, can you explain or have you talked about the tapping, the other live you mentioned with Bradley Yates? Yes, guys. EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. You do this. You get the meridian points or pressure points, whatever the fuck they're called, on your face. It is here. Above your temple, above your eyebrow, your cheekbone, and your collarbone. Now, you can do other ones there, tap of your head and under your armpit, but I just do those short ones. Okay, and Brad Yates has wonderful videos on this, and it's to tap out feelings of stress and anxiety and depression and whatever you're feeling at the time. If you're feeling anxious, you do it. Or if you're wanting to get rid of a breakup scene in your mind, you bring up that scene. You conjure it up, you feel the feelings of the horrible breakup, you feel those sad, terrible feelings, the anger you feel, whatever it is, and you say, I release and let it go. 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 It is safe to let it go, and you hold your wrist. And then you do it again and again and again and again and again until you start feeling better. And it might take a couple of rounds, like 6 or 7 rounds of doing it. Okay, and you can tap in your affirmations. I have always been safe and secure. I have always been loved and wanted. All my relationships have always been perfect. I have always been given so much love and affection. I have always been loved. You can tap in your affirmations as well, guys. Brad Yates, he's on YouTube. He's wonderful. There's lots of other people who do tapping, but I think Brad's the best. And he's just got a lovely energy. So if I change and start to believe I'm worth it, then SP will treat me like I'm worth it. Yes, Chastity, guys, they treat you how you treat yourself. They treat you how you think about you. Everyone in your reality, from your work colleagues to your family, everyone. Think about a person at school, a friend of yours, or a girl you know at school, or a guy you know who was rejected and was unpopular. What do you think their thoughts about themselves were? They weren't good, trust me. I've got friends now who were rejected at school, and I know exactly what their thoughts were during school because I can see it now, even in them as adults. And it is, I'm not good enough, I'm not wanted, no one loves me, no one wants me. And so what they do is they overgive in life. They want to be everyone's friend now. They constantly socialize because they're so afraid of losing their friends now as an adult because they were so rejected as a child. Okay? How that person thought about themselves, it wasn't herd mentality. It was literally that person thought, I'm rejected, I'm not loved, no one wants me, I have no friends. And literally everyone in their reality, all the kids at school thought the same. If you took that kid out and put them in another school, the exact same thing would happen. It's not the kids, it's their thinking about themselves. So you think that if you don't change your thoughts about yourself, all the men in your reality won't change, including your SP? They fucking will. That's how it works, guys. What you think about you is a mirror reflection out, and people reflect it back. It's like a boomerang, what you think about you. Think about people like J-Lo, who get cheated on. Halle Berry. Look at Jennifer Aniston. Look at these women whose relationships always fall apart. They have great relationships at first. What are they doing during the relationship where every single one of their relationships falls apart? What are their thoughts about themselves? I would love to know. I would love to be in Jennifer Aniston's brain, or Halle Berry's brain especially, because she constantly gets cheated on. What she thinks about her is how men treat her. Even though she's beautiful, even though she's famous, etc., etc., etc. It's what she thinks about her is how they treat her. And they've all cheated on her. Think about that. Molly, come here. God, that dog must really be barking next door. How to stop thinking about the when and the how. Fucking stop looking at the 3D, Charlotte. Guys, the when and the how is beyond your control. I don't know what to tell you. If you honestly think you can control it, well, fucking good luck with that. His ways are past finding out. You don't know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. Why are you being so goddamn impatient? Are you thinking because it happened 2 weeks ago and you broke up 2 weeks ago that if you don't get him back in the next week, oh, you'll never get him back? Some people get back together after a month. Some people it takes 6 months. Some people it takes 5 days. It's like Neville says, every single animal has different gestation periods of their pregnancy, right? A human is 9 months. A chicken is 2 weeks. Certain animals is 2 days. An elephant is 2 years. It takes an elephant 2 years to produce that baby elephant and birth the elephant. All of us have a different gestation period of our manifestation. It's all different. I don't want you to be an elephant and fucking wait 2 years, darling, but you've got to understand it's beyond your control. Start focusing on you instead of him. Stop obsessing about him. Guys, so many of you have come to me for calls and have got deep, deep shit from childhood, and you're not understanding that your obsession about your SP is still about your fucking childhood and feeling unwanted. Do you not think that your obsession about him and wondering the when and the how might have something to do, darling, with what we discussed in the call? Think about that. If you're feeling obsession, guys, if you're feeling that you can't stop thinking about them, if you're feeling like this is so overwhelming that you're heartbroken, start fucking thinking about your self-concept shit that you haven't fixed. That's the problem. I'm not yelling at you. I just want you to realise it's not about them. And if you don't fix the shit in you that's causing you to feel so desperate, the desperate energy will hang around, and your desperate, needy energy of when's this going to happen, how it's going to happen, is literally going to push them further away, which is what pushed them away in the fucking first place. There is a reason I'm saying work on self-concept, guys. Don't you realise what that energy does to people? Why do you think every relationship coach in the fucking world says, treat them mean and keep them keen? Act as if you don't care. It's because needy, desperate energy repels people every fucking time. Obsessive thinking is the same thing. Think about that. I'm working on me and doing self-concept. How will my SP know this if we're not in touch? Because they feel it, darling. How did they feel? You're thinking when you were together and you broke up and you never said it. You never said to her, oh, I don't feel I'm good enough. I'm unwanted. I'm unloved. My parents rejected me when I was a kid and treated me like crap, and all the girls in my life have cheated on me before. And. You didn't say that out loud. They fucking heard your thoughts. Guys, you've got to understand it's telepathy. They feel it. They hear it when you're together. So why do you think they're not going to feel it and hear it when they're in another country, when they're away from you, when you're not in contact? It's the fucking same thing. It is thought transmission. It gets transmitted from you to them, transmitted from you to them. I want to manifest this boy that I first met on the weekend to show up at my class. But how? Just imagine he shows up at your class. Imagine he's your boyfriend already, darling. He loves being my boyfriend. Such and such is my boyfriend. He loves being my boyfriend. He loves coming to visit me in class. I absolutely adore how Loz teaches. Sorry, Jessie, it's called yelling. Sorry, guys. Charlotte, I didn't mean to yell at you, darling. I just want you to stop obsessing. And I want you to focus on you. Please. We are taught to put others first. Just fucking stop that. Especially women. Because of the mothering instinct and the nurturing instinct. We're all taught to put others first, and it's fucked up. God forbid any man be in a relationship, what? With you, toxic. Jesus, fresh kid John. Fuck off. What are you doing here? You have some women issues. What happened to you as a child? Something. Some woman really hurt you. Who the fuck was it? This is the truth I needed right now. Yes, guys. What's your favourite Spongebob episode? I've never fucking seen that show. Can I say he or do I say his name? I would prefer you said his name. John loves me so much. But you can say he. Your subconscious knows who that is, but just don't say SP because it's very confusing. Any news on Zoom? Okay. I am setting up a website today with a lovely girl called Nahal who watches these lives. She is going to teach me Zoom because she told me she knows how to do it. And I'm going to set up in the website a place where you can press coaching and you can go one-to-one coaching or the Zoom calls. And I'm going to have certain dates and you can link up and buy a ticket to the Zoom thing. It will be much cheaper than the coaching. Should you always focus solely on one thing to manifest? No, guys. I don't want you to focus just on the SP, just on the money, okay? Because it's like laser focus. Not good. Have a few things. Car, house, SP, self-concept. Maybe 4 or 5. Will you be my 4th wife? No thanks. You sound like a dickhead. Should we do affirmations to change our insecurities or to make ourselves learn to love them? Should we do affirmations to change our insecurities or to make ourselves learn to love them? No, it's not about them. You're changing your self-concept, guys. Yes, to change your own personal insecurities. They will show up different once you change that. It's not about loving them more. No, it's not about them. Can I do self-concept and SP at the same time? Yes. What is SP? Specific person just means your ex, your spouse, your boyfriend, your current boyfriend or girlfriend, your current spouse, maybe your friend that you've lost, etc. What affirmations do you use for a brand new person? I don't know. My relationship's so beautiful. I love my new man. He's so lovely to me. He treats me so beautifully. You don't even know who it is. I love my new relationship. I love the relationship I'm in. It's so wonderful. Imagine you're already in it. I've done that twice before, guys. Slept in my bed as if there's someone sleeping next to me every night, and they just showed up. One time I wrote a journal entry of a person that I wanted, and the person showed up exactly like that. It was kind of freaky when I found it afterwards. I was like, oh, shit, this was him. But he was also a lunatic. He turned out to be a lunatic based on my thinking about him and my thinking about myself and my insecurities. He reacted very badly to my rejection and turned into a fucking Looney Tune. However, that was all based on my insecurities, obviously. Any more questions, guys? Don't change your body. What are we talking about? Lol, laugh needs to be a TikTok sound. Loz's laugh needs to be a TikTok sound. Is that what you're saying? Obsessive thinking is like dogs on heat, train submission. What are we talking about? I need to book in to get more coaching, Loz. Okay, Adele. I will get back to you. I think you sent me a message. If I say my SP loves me, does he get an instant thought about loving me? I don't know if it's instant, guys, but I know you send it out and you send it out the more you say it and the more you think it. It's just thought transmission. I don't know when and I don't know how. Do you think you can manifest signs from people that have passed away? I need a sign from my dad. Look, they're always around. Ask him for a sign if you need a sign. But also just assume he's already here because they don't go anywhere. And just be open to feeling things from him. Okay? Maybe he'll flick the lights on and off. Maybe he'll turn the TV on. Maybe a lot of the time it's electricity. Maybe there'll be a smell, a familiar smell. I know I have a bedroom, a smell in my bedroom. There's a spirit in there. And she brings this smell in. There's like this very strong perfume. Some days I can smell it and other days it's not there at all. Okay? It's very, very pungent smell. It's only at the head of my bed. So ask him for it. But just, darling, talk to him because they're still here. I promise you. What's your favourite manifestation method? There aren't any methods, darling. Only LOA silly idiots teach methods as a way to get you to watch more of their videos. Oh, now it's Grabavoy codes. Now it's this fucking stupid piece of shit thing that I made up because I saw other TikTokers talking about it and I want video views. The only method, darling, is I am that. I am that already. Step into the state of the man or woman you want to be by saying I am married, I am wealthy, I am a millionaire, I am a TikTok sensation, I am a YouTube star, I am that. Then visualize that in your mind as well. That is living in the end, that you are that already. You are stepping in the state of being that already. You become what you are, not what you want. Okay, sorry, you manifest what you are, not what you want. Are you that now? Step into the state now. That's the only method you need. Then you want to work on your self-concept and do affirmations to change your thinking so you can feel like that person. Okay? What do you use as confirmation signs, Loz? Scent? What do you mean? Like for a spirit? No. I don't believe in signs, but I'm just saying they're around. And if you want to open your consciousness to them being around. You might notice them doing things. I don't think they're signs. They're just them doing things. They're literally them turning the TV on. It's literally them spraying perfume in my fucking face in my bedroom. Okay? I think it's just the spirit there doing things. I used to have a spirit in my house and she used to ring the fucking doorbell incessantly all the goddamn time. And it wasn't the doorbell, it was Big Ben. My doorbell didn't do Big Ben. My doorbell went ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. And she used to play ding, 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 ding. And it didn't matter how many times you'd press it, it would never play Big Ben. But she would play Big Ben. And I asked everyone in the street, do any of you have Big Ben? Anyone have your Big Ben on your door? No, it wasn't a radio frequency coming to me. It was her pressing the fucking doorbell. And every time there was a crisis, she'd do the fire alarm. And the fire alarm would go. And I would pull that fucker out of the ceiling and it would still be going. It would be not plumbed into electricity and it would still be going. She drove me nuts sometimes, but she was a lovely lady and she did lots for me. I loved her. Now the house is gone. I wonder if she's going to haunt the house when they rebuild it. I've been manifesting for 4 months and nothing. Am I doing something wrong? Probably. Hands SP21. What have you fucking been doing? Have you been concentrating on your SP too much and not changing you? Have you been focusing on them and not yourself? Have you been changing your self-concept? Go and watch my videos, darling. Guys, if you haven't seen me before, if you're, oh wow, 99 people here. If you've never seen my videos before and you've come from some law of attraction moron who told you about Grabavoy codes or vibration or frequency or fucking hertz frequency subliminals or some fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit, by the way. Please go and watch Manifest Live with Loz. All the lives, these lives, there's over 87 of them in my Facebook group. Go to Facebook, Manifest Space, Live Space with Space Loz, or click the link in my bio. You can watch all of these lives back. If you're really confused about how to manifest properly, go to my TikTok and watch How to Manifest Properly. It's probably halfway down the page. It's got a black heading at the top, and it's about 13 videos in a series, How to Manifest Properly. And I start from the very beginning saying, you are always manifesting. There are no methods. Okay? Then I tell you how to do it and give you success stories at the end of what I've done in my life. All right? Then go and watch all the lives. There are no methods. Trust me. Is shedding old docs with their name on it as good as getting rid of the old story? Yes, darling, if you want to do that, get rid of the pictures, get rid of the texts. Get rid of them. They send you a text you don't like, delete. Then send yourself the text you wish you got. You manifest itself. What are you talking about? It's all good, though. I shut that shit down. Oh, what's happening, Kat? When my partner acts up during Loz's live, I can't react while you're looking at me, Loz. Good. Maybe I just need something on the website like this where I just stare at you. Don't do it. You just put my face near your bed. Don't do anything. Can you explain that again, stepping into the state? Right. Like an actor does when they're playing a role. Okay? I'm an actor. So when I want to play the role of... Okay, I played a role once of an Italian woman in her 50s. I was in my 20s. I had a big black wig on with a big grey streak up the front, and I talk like this. Darling, how are you? What is happening? And I was talking like that. I stepped into the state of the woman who spoke like this. And I was very, very animated, and my arms went everywhere, and blah. I stepped into her. That's not how I fucking talk. That's not how I look. Okay? I stepped into the state of a woman who was in her 50s, was Italian, had this huge big wig, was very gregarious, yelled and screamed. Oh, I'm a bit like that too. But was Italian, living in Italy. I stepped into the state of her, and every time I walked on the stage, I was that woman. I saw the world from that woman's eyes. I spoke to everyone as if I was her. I stepped into the state of her. When I got off stage and took the clothes off, I was me again. I wasn't doing the voice, and I wasn't in the state of her anymore. When you want to step into the state, what Neville calls it, you're literally taking yourself from this reality you're in and going to a different reality. It's parallel reality. A quantum jump to another reality, of the reality of where you're rich, reality of where you're married, reality of where you've got a child and you're a mum if you want to be a mum. And you're stepping into that state. How would I see the world from that person's eyeballs? So when I was on stage, I could see the world from that woman's eyeballs. I had her voice, her mannerisms. I was her. I stepped into the state of her. Every time I took on a character, I stepped into the state of that character. That's what I want you to do. Step into the state of married. Step into the state of wealthy. So if you want to be wealthy, and you get a bill at the restaurant and you're sitting with 20 other people, you don't get the bill and start divvying up the bill and worrying about the bill if you're wealthy, do you? You just go, oh, here you go. Here's my $50. And you throw it in the pot. I don't care about money. That's the state you're in, the state of wealth. You don't worry about the bill. Who had the second flat white? Who had this glass of wine here? It says 1995. Who was that? Was that you, John? You don't haggle over the bill. You step into the state of wealthy. You could walk into any shop and buy anything in there with your eyeballs. You think, I could buy whatever's in here. I'm not going to, but I could. I could. That's the state of wealth. You step into that before you become wealthy. People who want to be famous step into the state of fame before they become famous. A lot of them do. Jim Carrey, Stevie Nicks, Denzel Washington, Lady Gaga, they all thought they were famous before they were famous. They stepped into the state of wealth. They saw the world with those eyes. Now, it's very hard to do it all day. When you're an actor and on stage, you have to do it for the whole time you're on stage. You can't just drop it. Okay, but in life, you will drop it because someone will come up to you and be like, can you please sign this, what's your name? And you think you're famous and they want you to sign a form and clearly they don't know you. Clearly you're not famous yet. You've stepped out of the state of fame, but then you step back into it. No, I'm walking down the street as if I'm famous. Everyone knows me. They're just not talking to me yet. They just can't see how famous I am yet, but I'm famous. You're stepping into the state. Does that make sense? So when you want your SP back, you're stepping into the state of wanted. You're stepping into the state in your mind that you are together. You are in the state of loved, of coupled up, of girlfriend, of wife. Does that make sense? That's the state I want you to stay in as much as possible in your mind. That's why I'm saying to you guys, stop looking at the 3D and live up here in the state of married, in the state of coupled up, in the state of blissfully, happily wanted and loved. Make sense? You're all listening, not asking me questions. Can I get 5 self-concept I can focus on during this week? Yes, darling, but I don't know what your self-concept issues are. So I need to get on a call with you and find out. But if you have abandonment issues, it could be stuff like, I am chosen and wanted. I've always been chosen and wanted. If it's you never got enough affection as a child, it could be, I've always been loved and adored. I've always been given so much affection and attention. If it was you feel defective or flawed in some way, my body is beautiful just the way it is. I'm perfect just the way I am. There's nothing about me I need to change. If it's stepping into your power, it could be, I'm the queen of my reality. I run this shit. I'm the writer. I'm the director. I'm the producer. What I say goes. If you feel like you can't trust people, I can trust people with my whole heart. Okay, there's lots of different ones that need to suit your core stuff. Will you ever do discount or special offers on your one-to-one? I'm struggling with money. Stop saying you're struggling with money, Laura. That's why you're struggling. You don't understand. You just wrote it in your thing. I'm struggling with money. Therefore, you will. You are telling your mind to struggle with money. I'm flush with cash. I have so much money. I can't wait to manifest the money for Loz's call. I'm manifesting it this week. It's going to come to me out of the blue. Money comes to me out of the blue. I am a money magnet. I'm going to do Zoom calls though, darling, which will be a lot cheaper and you can do them in a group. Okay? But darling, stop saying that. I sometimes put expensive clothes in a basket online, but delete the order before checkout. Yes, darling, that's a good idea. I can afford these. Good idea. Will you, any more questions, guys? I'm still manifesting a baby with you. I am a wife. Yes, say that, guys. Your state on a t-shirt. What? Put your state on a t-shirt like, I am loved. Yes, that's a good. I am wanted. Yes, I am so fucking lovable. I am so motherfucking lovable. That's would anyone walk around with those shirts? I've looked at Teespring and Printify and all those for doing the shirts and the mugs and stuff. Maybe I'm so motherfucking lovable could be one of them. We need a Loz bobblehead. Oh, that's a good idea in the car. I run this shit. You run this shit. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's my bad Italian accent. I used to have an Italian boyfriend in Italy and I used to have to actually talk to him in an Italian accent or he couldn't understand me. I just started doing it. I didn't realize until like months in that I was going, Alessandro, do you understand it? And I was doing that and isn't that stupid? I didn't realize I was doing it. I was in Italy at the time, so it was obviously influencing my brain because I was there, but isn't that weird? I watched The Secret 15 years ago and it made me crazy. Yes, it made us all crazy. But you have given me the best knowledge. Thank you. Oh, wonderful, darling. Yes, it made us all a bit crazy. I remember I sat there with my friends. It was like 2004 or something. And we all sat there and we watched it in my house. This is great. But also, what do we do again? And we watched it again. So we just imagine the money and I've got to vibrate. All right. How do we do that? And we're all so confused. We're excited, but also really confused. So I bought all the books, read them all, The Power, The Secret, the Gratitude book, the this, the that, the fucking everything. Still nothing. Oh my God, hi Loz, manifested this live, thought I'd missed it. Oh, yay! I like to be spanked and called Susan. Oh, wow. Jesus. Good for you. I'm taking this Italian as positive movement, and SP is a little Italian bloodline. Oh, good, darling. I love an Italian me. I love a wog, although you can only say that in Australia. Wog is a good word in Australia. If you're in Britain, you can't say the word wog, but in Australia, if you're a wog, like I'm half wog, you very proudly say you are. You can't say that in England. It's very racist. Mine's a quarter Italian. There you go. If you're a quarter, you need to be like almost fully fledged Greek Italian or something for me. If you don't have dark hair, I'm not interested. Yes, I make Mama laugh out loud on the weekends. What are we talking about? Is that what 3D is? Yes, 3D, darling, is the outside reality. The third dimension, your 3D world. So when you've got 3D glasses on in the movie cinema, you can see it popping out at you. It's not just a flat screen. It's like the world 3D. The 3D world is out here. It's what you create in your mind. The fifth dimension creates it out here, the third dimension. Okay, it's just the 3D world, the world. Any more questions? I'll join the Zoom to hit on you. Okay, darling, if you say so. May I have some affirmations for never seeing or experiencing good male figures in my life? All the men in my life have always treated me beautifully. I've always had such wonderful relationships. Men, I can trust men with my whole heart. The men I love, I can trust with my whole heart. I trust them to be there for me when I need them. Okay? Something like that, darling. Loz, I'm Italian, blonde and without an accent. Really? Blonde Italians I find so hilarious because it's like, really? Blonde and Italian? How do I manifest him to put me first? I am a priority. He treats me like I am always first best. I hate first best. He treats me like a priority. He always puts me first. He always consults with me before he does anything. He always runs everything by me. I am his first and only priority. Say those, darling. My SP was being affectionate to me in front of my mum. Wonderful, darling. Good for you. Thank you. You kind of made me tear up. Oh, darling, use those, yes. Looks, lots of people tear up on the calls. Trust me, so do I. When I give them some affirmations and I can tell which ones really affect them because as they're writing them down, they start tearing up or they start nodding or going, because they're ones they really need to hear. It calmed me down so much. What calmed you down? Hi, this is London, United Kingdom. Best in the world. I used to live there. I own a house there in Camden. Where are you in London, darling? It calmed me down so much. What calmed you down, Jazz? I didn't meet it. I didn't see it. Jazz, I'm getting back to you, by the way, about a call. Good idea. What are we talking about? I'm going to book in for another call with you in the week. I'm struggling with the in-state. Darling, don't book in with me just yet. Give it 2 weeks. Okay, you've only just had the call. And if you're calling me again in a week, it means you're getting desperate. I want you to work on the self-concept and just focus on you for 2 weeks before you arrange anything with me. Please. And then you can. Have a gorgeous even week, Oz. Oh, thanks, darling. I am broke. Well, stop fucking saying that, darling. You will be. Loz, we were doing so well, and then suddenly he blocked me. I was doing so well with my self-concept. Darling, don't worry about him blocking you. Just imagine him picking up his phone and unblocking you. Have that image. Oh, what did I do that for? It must have been an accident. How did I do that? I must have accidentally blocked her. Imagine he did it by accident. Just ignore it, darling. Imagine that never fucking happened. Imagine he loves you. He's constantly calling you. Affirm he's constantly calling and texting you. Don't worry about it. With every breath he takes, he falls deeper and deeper in love with me. I am the prize. Oh, I love that I am a Hannah Conway. That's beautiful. With every breath he takes, he falls deeper and deeper in love with me. I am the prize. They're wonderful ones. Good for you. Might use that shit. It's a past thought that he was going to block you. Yes, so they do. So don't worry about it. It's just the old past thought coming out. Oh, God, I hope he doesn't block me. I hope he doesn't leave me on red. And then, so don't worry about it. Yes, you're getting it, darling. Yes, good for you, Charlotte. You're understanding this shit more and more. Loz, there's movement with my SP for the first time in almost 9 months. He messaged me. Ah, Jasmine! Woohoo! God, when did we have our call? weeks ago? Darling, hooray! Oh, yes. And work on your self-concept still. Don't drop it. Well done, darling. You must have been doing the work. Wonderful, sweetheart. That's wonderful news. 105 viewers. Oh, well. Do you recommend Kim Velez? Yes, she's very good. She teaches law of assumption just like I do, okay? But the problem with Kim, she gets really argumentative with people. She had a big beef with Candace last week, and up to her TikTok following, that's for sure. But she does this argumentative shit. I don't know why she does it. She gets really argumentative and snappy at people. But that's the only thing I don't like about her. Apart from that, she's a great coach. And a lot of people have come to me from her because she doesn't focus on self-concept enough, even though her community is called the self-concept community. On her call, she doesn't focus on people's childhoods, which is strange because she's a shrink. But she's a great coach, and her videos on YouTube are excellent. Do you think Taylor Swift's mindset with men is shit? What led her to all those breakups? Yes, Taylor Swift's another one. Yes. I forgot about her. How many fucking breakups she had? It's not because she's famous. It's not because she's a lunatic. It's not because she's psycho. It's something in her that's pushing guys away. I'd love to know what her childhood was like. I'm very interested. I wonder if she's a bit of a pushed child star. Although, having said that, lots of girls who get famous when they're young really want to be famous and really want that just off their own back. It's not their parents. My parents never pushed me to act or sing or dance or all the things I did when I was little. And I'd be interested to know what her childhood was like. Because her relationships are always pretty shit, aren't they? She's still with that blonde guy, the British one. She's still with him. My fiancé is Italian and he can't understand my English. Exactly. So start talking to him in an Italian accent, darling. He'll understand you. That's how I literally had to talk to him. So funny. And my brother got on the phone one time. He's like, Lauren, I want to speak to your brother. And I was like, oh. He never met my brother. I put him on the phone. My brother goes, what? He wants to talk to me. And I was like, yeah. He goes, oh, mate, how are you? Yeah, it's Blair. How you going? Oh, yeah, so where do we go tonight? Blah, 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 blah. And you can hear Alessandra talking on the other end. And then he gets the phone back. He goes, okay, see you, mate. Bye. Nice talking to you. Anyway, he gets the phone back. He goes, Lauren, I did not understand a word your brother said. And they've been talking for 10 minutes because he was talking too fast in an Australian accent. He didn't understand a word he said. It was so fun. Random question. But did you ever watch the show Kath and Kim? It's so funny. Kath and Kim is probably the greatest Australian comedy show ever produced. It is so fucking funny. The women on that show, especially Gina Riley, she's my absolute favourite. They used to be on different comedy shows when I was growing up, playing all different characters. And those characters, Kath and Kim and Magda Sabansky's character of, what's her name? The friend. Sharon, they did them on this little comedy show and it became so popular they turned it into Kath and Kim. It's the best Australian comedy show probably ever. Go and watch it if you've never seen it. There's lots of clips on TikTok. Just put in hashtag Kath and Kim. It's very funny. It's unusual. It's different. And what do they say? Oh, I can't remember what they say on the show now. I can't think of the quotes. Did you know the original Greeks were blonde with blue eyes? Were they? Didn't know that. Wow. Yes, Kath and Kim, so good. This live is great today. You are so happy and content. Am I? Oh, good. It's probably because I'm realising that I can get my website done. It's a bit of a relief because honestly, guys, talking back to you guys all the time on the messenger and coming back to you all the time with time zones is really like time consuming for me. So the idea of you guys just pressing a booking time and doing the Zoom calls and everything is such a relief to me. When I was talking to Nahal today, it was like, oh, thank God, this is taking so much time in my day doing all these answers. I need a secretary. So I'm really probably relieved today because of that. I got an interview with Qantas Airways. Did you, darling? Oh, just imagine you work there. Say I'm a Qantas stewardess. I love working for Qantas. Oh, my God, can I have a shout out? Yes, it's Tia. Manifested my house being sold by a couple with 2 kids at the price I want. Of course, it happened. Wonderful, darling. Good for you. At the price you wanted. Wonderful, darling. Good for you. Look at me, Kimmy, look at me. Yes, that's it. It's different, it's unusual. That's it. You don't speak too fast, some just think too slow. Yes, I say that to people all the time. Catch up. That's nice, it's unusual, it's different, it's nice. It's Kath and Kim quotes we're doing, guys, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yes, Kath and Kim. Love Kath and Kim. Loz, I received a large sum of money since starting. It was lovely and I didn't focus manifesting it. Wonderful, Andrea. Did you? Good for you. Guys, if you work on your subconcept, the money comes as well. It's just weird. Subconcept improves everything. You don't even have to affirm for the money and it changes. Your money state changes when your state changes. It's very strange. Will it take longer to manifest someone from 30 years ago? Probably. I mean, probably. But circumstances don't matter. It just might be slightly more difficult to get in touch with them, maybe. But it's not impossible. I mean, affirmations, not manifestations. What are we talking about? Where's your question? Camden is my favourite place in England. Ah, well, where I live, it's a bit like there's the markets and lots of drug addicts and punks and shit. It's not the classiest place in the world, but I live near Primrose Hill, and that's lovely. No, that's where I lived. God, I don't live there anymore. Oh, that's sad. Some Airbnbers are living in there right now. How many things did you manifest for you truly believed in your power? It was easier/faster. I used to manifest lots of things and not really realise I was doing it for a long time and not really take it seriously that I'd done that. So I don't know how many things I manifested. I don't know. I've no idea. I honestly don't know the answer to that, darling. Sorry. I think my nan manifested to stay alive long enough for her to see me graduate. They do, guys. People will literally manifest their own death while everyone's in the room in the hospital and then they turn around and have a conversation. They're ignoring the person. They drop dead. Happens every time because they don't want to do it while you're in the room, or you walk out the room to go to the toilet and they're dead when you come back. They do it on purpose. They hold on. They do it all the time. How do we get a call with you? Guys, if you want a one-to-one call with me, just DM me in the TikTok account of mine, Manifest Live with Loz, press the message button, or go to the Facebook group, Manifest Space, Live Space with Space Loz, and send me a messenger message, or at me, Lauren Steenholt, I'm the admin, and you can just tally up a call with me, tell me your time zone. Because a month after my graduation, she was gone, oh. Do you believe some are more powerful creators than others? Well, yes, guys, the people who truly believe in their power are masterful creators like Jim Carrey, Oprah, people like that who just do not doubt themselves at all. At all. Oprah does not doubt herself in one iota. One iota. She says, with God, all things are possible. And she believes God is in her, therefore all things are possible to her, and she never takes no for an answer, and that's why she's so fucking successful. Because she believes God is in her, therefore all things are possible to her. She's a masterful manifester. If you can really step into that state, that I have no doubt that I can do this, that's when you will master it. Absolutely. Guys, please do follow me if you don't follow me already. I do go live twice daily, nighttime US and around this time, kind of morning time UK and nighttime Australia, and it's nighttime US, morning time Australia. Okay, but you never know when, so follow me so you get notified. And also, if you go to the Facebook group, Manifest Live with Loz, you can watch all these lives back, and I do notify you about 15 minutes or an hour before or 5 minutes before that I'm going live, so you get a notification there too if you pin the group, because sometimes the notification on TikTok are hella slow. And if you'd like one-to-one coaching, just DM me in either of those places. Money, money, money. Is someone sending money emojis? Woo! What affirmations for an old friends with benefits to want to start again as friends with benefits or be in a relationship? He loves me so much he can't stop thinking about me. He loves being my boyfriend. I'm the best girl he was ever with. No girl compares to me. Okay, if you want to turn friends with benefits into a relationship, stop thinking about the sexual aspect of it and start thinking about the relationship side of it. Okay? Start seeing it as I'm the best girl he was ever with. No one knows him like I do. No one understands him like I do. We have a bond that can't be broken. See the romantic part of it rather than the sexual part. Don't say things like, he's so hot for me, he only gets hard for me, because then it will just come back and it'll be sexual again. You've got to see him as wanting you for a different thing than just sex. Okay? Even when I'm not thinking about self-concept, it just pops in my mind like background music. Wonderful, darling. Good for you. That means you're fucking doing it. Yes. Awesome, Jasmine. Great news. Jasmine, that's wonderful, my darling. I'm so pleased for you. I love you. How did I get here? Who cares? Love it. Elaine's Bailey, that's hilarious. Guys, if you found me from your For You page, that's hilarious. Good for you. Guys, do follow me if you don't follow me already, because I go live twice a day. And you won't know when, because I do it around client calls, guys. Do we have to believe our affirmations? No. I'm struggling to believe, live in the end. I'm affirming. You don't have to believe it. Stop listening to any of these fucking LOA idiots to tell you have to believe it or feel it. Guys, a belief only forms in your brain after thinking it and thinking it and thinking it and fucking thinking it for a long, long time. And then a neural pathway is formed in your brain that creates that belief. And then it's sunk in there in your brain as a neural pathway belief. That's literally what happens. It doesn't become a belief until it's a new neural pathway that's formed. That takes a while. Are you going to believe your affirmations the first time you do them? Does a neural pathway magically just form the first time you say your fucking affirmations? So stop listening to these people who say you have to believe it. You don't believe it, you just have to say it and say it and say it. Now, when I say it and say it, I don't mean it like this. Looking at my affirmations on my notes. John and I happily married, John and I happily married, I'm so loved and wanted, 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 I'm so loved, I get everything I desire, I get everything I desire, I'm a master manifestor, I'm a master manifestor, I'm a master manifestor, I'm a master manifestor. Not like that. Not writing it down, I'm a master manifestor, I get everything I desire, everything I want wants me, wrote. Not like that. You want to say it as if it's truth. You want to say it as if it's true. John and I are happily married. I get everything I want and desire. I am a motherfucking master manifestor. You know what? I'm a master manifestor. It's like you're telling a friend. You want to say them like that, guys, with some truth. That's why when people say to me, I'm getting bored of my affirmations. What are you doing them like this? John, I haven't married, John, I haven't married, John. Well, no wonder you're fucking bored. Stop doing them like that, guys. You don't have to believe them. You just have to say them and say them and say them and say them and say them with some truth and conviction and oomph and gusto. Okay? Oh my God, can I have a shout out? Yes, I gave you one. Space Sloth. Yes, you can have one too. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, that's Kath and Kim. Any more questions, guys? I can't see any, even though there's 115 people here. Oh my God. I manifested an iPad at a work meeting and my boss got a call right there and then. I manifested an iPad at a work meeting and my boss got a call right there and then. What's the boss's call got to do with it? You manifested an iPad? Good for you, darling. Yay. How many times do you say them? Okay. So say you're going to give yourself a little routine. You're going to put it in your phone. You're going to say every hour on the hour between 9 to 5, I'm going to do them for 5 minutes. So in that time in 5 minutes, if you have 5 affirmations, I've always been loved and wanted. My relationships have always been perfect. Men have always loved and adored me. I am so easy to love. Men have always fallen in love with me so easily. They always want to commit to me and claim me. Okay? You say them over and over. Oh, I've got my friend calling me. You say them over and over and over. Okay? For 5 minutes. But with some conviction and leave a gap in between each one as if it's truth. You're not just doing it like I was just doing it then. I have always been loved and wanted. Men have always loved and adored me. All my relationships have always been perfect. I am so easy to love. Men claim me and commit to me so easily. For 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Okay? Just enough time that you feel like you're really sinking it in. Then the next hour you do it again. Or you can do it just as you're waking up, lying there. I've always been loved and wanted. I'm a master manifestor. John loves being my boyfriend. He loves me so much. We're so blissfully, happily coupled up. Doing it as you're waking up. You're thinking it or you're saying it softly out loud. Okay? Then as you're in the shower, you can do them. Driving, do them. Okay? Sometimes when I'm driving, I really rampage and I yell and scream in my car. I am the queen of my reality. I run this shit. What I say goes. I am so loved and wanted. Who wouldn't want me? I really go nuts. Okay? You're really building yourself up Muhammad Ali style. Okay? But do it for enough time that you feel, yeah, that's sunk in. Yep. Okay, brain, let's move on. Okay? Then, guys, if at any time you have a negative thought, an intrusive thought, the old story pops in, the breakup pops in your mind, then you're firm then on top of it. No, I've always been loved and wanted. Men have always loved and adored me. My relationship's always been perfect. Fuck off, Karen. Carl, mind, brain, whatever you want to call it. You tell it to fuck off and you jump in with those affirmations at the time. Your mental diet during the day, guys, is actually more important than having set times doing affirmations. Okay? It's when you're thinking idly and your brain goes off and you wander off into all the shitty negative thinking is when you have to affirm. The hardest. Okay? Does that make sense? Thanks. It's really helpful. Good. Better to say in a head or out loud. Either, darling. Either, but don't write it down. Just say it or say it out loud. Sorry, think it or say it out loud. Exactly. I love you so much for reminding me of my own abilities. Wonderful, darling. Stay motivated to be good. I will. I am a lash tech, and whenever I do my clients' lashes, I feel relaxed and calm just saying my affirmation. Wonderful, darling. That's a great thing. If you have any kind of work where you're just doing activity, like painting, doing activities like someone's lashes, waxing people's legs, you can be affirming while you're doing it. Why can't you? Absolutely. Legit had a breakdown and said my affirmations while crying. Best thing ever. Guys, exactly. Do it while you're feeling that emotion. Do it while you're having the breakdown. Do it while you're feeling super anxious. Do it then. Do the affirmations then. All they are new thoughts. I want you to get this out of your mind, guys, that it's an activity. That it's something to do. All these LOA morons keep teaching you it as a technique. It's not a technique. You've got old shitty thinking. You're now replacing it with new positive thinking. That's what an affirmation is. It's new thinking. You're only saying it over and over and over again because this thought, the old shit, is repetitive. Now you got to repeat this new shit. It's just new thinking, guys. It's not a thing to do. It's not an activity. It's new thinking. That's why I'm saying you've got to jump on your thoughts as soon as you have them. What a grab avoid codes. They are literally a load of shit, darling. They are just people trying to get views on TikTok. It's not a fucking thing. Please ignore any videos that say that. Just press not interested. It's literally people trying to get views. Can you do it in your head or does it have to be spoken? Either, darling. 10 minutes on each affirmation is very powerful. Yes, Scotty. Wonderful. I love listening to you. I also love Ally. He gives step-by-step directions. You do with passion. Yes, Joseph Ally, guys. If you want to really understand Neville Goddard in a way that's easier than probably listening to Neville's lectures directly, go to Divine Imagination with Joseph Ally, or by Joseph Ally. Divine Imagination Joseph Ally. Put that into YouTube, Ally, A-L-I-A-I. And he explains Neville very methodically, and he goes through all of his books, all of his lectures, the way he teaches or taught manifestation, because Joe is a total convert of Neville, and he's an excellent, excellent teacher of how to do this. Yes. Can I speak to SP's photo when I affirm? Yes, guys. Get their photo up on your phone. You love me so much, motherfucker. You can't be without me. Look at me. You love me. You can't stop. You're obsessed with me, aren't you? Yes. My SP came back, but it became a friends with benefits. What can I do as he ended things because he had too many feelings? Oh, okay. So stop looking at it as friends with benefits. Start looking at it as he loves me so much. All those feelings are still there. He admires me. He loves me. He adores me. He loves being my boyfriend. I'm the only girl he wants to be with. Start saying that, darling. Start saying you're in a relationship already in your mind. Don't ever consider your friends with benefits. Just throw that away. Okay? Hi, Loz. I'm getting impatient. Well, Rowan's Magical Rachel, I don't know what to fucking tell you. You've watched so many of these goddamn lives. Live in your mind, darling. Go back and watch all the lives. Affirm and affirm and affirm like a motherfucker. Stop doubting yourself and stop getting impatient. Stop looking at the 3D. I'm going to watch Ally because you recommend. I trust you. Oh, thanks, darling. Guys, the people I would watch. Joseph Ally. Create Your Future is the other channel that talks about law of assumption. There's lots of different coaches. The girl Amanda who used to run the channel doesn't talk on it much anymore, but all the coaches are excellent, excellent. Sammy Ingram, Kim Velez, even though she gives me the shits because she argues with everybody, and who else? That's about it. When writing the old story, do I think of bad things and then write? And the most important one to watch is Pluto's Gate. Caleb, Pluto's Gate. I think he's the best manifesting coach out there. When writing the old story, do I think of the bad things and then write the opposite? Yes. So write all the bad things. Think of them. Oh, fuck. I hate this story. Write it all down. He did this to me. He said this to me. I'm this kind of person. I'm not loved. I'm not wanted. My parents did this to me. Write it all fucking down. Then you can write the complete opposite. Read it. Well, I'm writing the complete opposite of this shit. Then go take that old story and burn it and focus on this one and read this a lot. Focus on it and imagine it. That's the new story of me. That's the new story of my relationship. No old story. Roxy talks. No, she's a fucking idiot. Sorry, I can't stand her. She talks all over the place and she's a bit psycho and she had a huge beef with Sammy Ingram and went mental. There's a few that are a bit mental. I think Roxy is slightly mental. And yes, Vivarelli, also okay, but she confuses her shit like Roxy does with bloody Abraham Hicks and The Secret and Vibration and Love and crap. Some of them really confuse their teachings, like Jasmine and Roxy confuse themselves with all kinds of shit. 1 minute they're talking about law of assumption, next minute they're talking about feelings and beliefs. And I'm like, guys, that's not law of assumption. What are you talking about? Roxy is money grabbing. Yeah, apparently a lot of people were really unhappy with her coaching and asked for the money back and she refuses. She doesn't give refunds and all this shit. I even I had someone on a call who was one of her moderators and got thrown out of her group as a moderator for doing absolutely nothing. You're amazing and changed my life. Thank you, love, Val. Oh, wonderful, Val. Yay. Oh, good. See, it's like a spinning top in your head. Yes, that's a good idea. What? Just your anxiety or whatever. She charges £500 to talk. Who? Roxy? Does she? Jesus Christ, I'm too cheap. What if the person you're still in love with left you for someone else and got her pregnant? Don't worry about it, darling. Okay? So you manifested that with your thinking about yourself. I'm not enough for him. I'm not wanted. I'm not loved. I don't get the love I need. I don't get the happy ever after. And then he fucking leaves and gets some bitch pregnant. Forget about that. Just imagine you and him together in your mind, he never left you. And if you can't imagine he never left you and you can't imagine no old story, just imagine he's back and he loves you. Okay? You grew apart, you grew back together, and now he's back better than ever, and your relationship is better than it ever was, and he's forgotten about the bitch. He visits the baby because he has to. That sounds awful, but you know what I mean. Forget all about her. Yep, I did that, laugh my ass off. I always said he's going to leave me, and he did. Oh, you did that? Okay, well, that's exactly why, darling. Okay, Courtney. So, stop doing that. He's going to leave me, and he did. They were the thoughts. Accept them. Forgive yourself for having those shitty thoughts that made him leave and go and get some bitch pregnant. Okay, it's always the thinking. It's always your thinking that drives him away. So now have the new thinking. He loves me and only me. We have a bond that can't be broken. There's no girl in the whole world that compares to me. He only wants me. He loves me so much. All those thoughts. Imagine in your mind, he's your boyfriend. YouTube is not worth it, but you could start a podcast, please. Oh, yes. I was thinking about the podcast, but honestly, guys, I don't even have time at the moment to record the courses I need to do. So when I have time, I will do a podcast. I just need the time. You should start a YouTube channel, beloved. Oh, well, yes, look, but the thing is, YouTube's kind of hard to get views on. I shouldn't affirm that, but TikTok's a lot newer, so it's a lot easier to get new people in. YouTube's a very old platform, and so to get views is kind of more difficult, which is why I'm just doing the Facebook group. Because, so guys, if you want to watch these lives, go to the Facebook group. What if he said he never wants to get married again? It doesn't matter, guys. They say that shit. It's just your thoughts manifest. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I met my ESP, and just because a month in, he'd only just separated from his wife, he said, I'm never going to get married again or have children again. And I was like, oh. And then months later, I was like, fuck that shit. You're going to marry me and want me. Shut up. In my head. And he never mentioned it again. It was just my thinking of, this guy's newly separated. He'll never want another person like that. He'll never want to be married again. He's so hurt. And then he said it. Okay? My ESP went from wanting to marry me and have babies to saying, not seeing me long term. I know I created it. I know, darling. So accept it. Move past it. Okay, I did that shit. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Okay. Yell at yourself in the mirror. Fuck, you moron for doing that. Jesus. Get over yourself. Work on yourself. Okay, yell at yourself. Accept it. And darling, work on that self-concept more than anything. I'm going to go soon, guys. I've been on here forever. You give me so much... What? So much confidence. Thank you. Oh, good. Yay, darling. Same situation. Oh, yep. How can I manifest to get good grades? I am an A grade student. I'm top in the class. I understand everything I study. Everything just soaks into my brain and I regurgitate it easily. I am an A grade student. Hand in your marks, imagining what you're going to get. Imagine you are that. Step into the state of an A grade student, darling. Can you show your toes, please? Ew, James. Gross. Do you have a foot fetish? I have an eBay store, and one time somebody asked me to try on the shoes and show them a picture, and I realised they were a foot fetishist. And then I found out that you can't sell shoes on eBay describing them in any way as used, smelly, or anything, because people want to buy them and smell them. Isn't that funny? James, you have a foot fetish, don't you? Do you know anyone that's manifested something to not exist anymore? Yeah, like a pimple. You can make a pimple go away. You can make things go away, guys. Just imagine it's not there anymore. Just take your focus away from it and it will go away. Thank you, Loz. My day is going to be awesome. Yes, Belle. Are we laughing about the feet? All right, guys, I've got to go. I've been on for ages, and there's 109 people here, but I can't stay on tonight, and my best friends just called me, and I've got to call her back. 109 people. I'm really sorry I'm going, guys, but I need to eat dinner. It is 7 o'clock here, and I've been on here for almost an hour and a half. Guys, if you don't follow me, please follow me at Manifest Live with Loz. I would love for you to follow me. I do go live twice daily. If you would like to watch any of these lives back, there's over 87 lives in there now in the Facebook group. Hours upon hours upon hours of content. Please do go and join it. You need to just answer a few questions so I know you're not a spammer. Thank you, darling, for the fire. And you can invite your friends in there. Now, next week, I'll be going live in Facebook. So invite your friends that are on Facebook and on TikTok, and they can come and join the lives and ask questions, okay, as well as doing the TikTok lives. And then I'm going to do Zoom calls soon. And if you want one-to-one coaching, DM me at Manifest Live with Loz, the TikTok, or through the Facebook group. You send me your time zone. We tally up a time for the call. You send me the backstory of what you're trying to manifest. Some information about your childhood, and I analyze it for the shitty subconscious thinking that caused you not to get your reality manifest. I give you an action plan. It's 110 US. Just DM me, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching me. I will see you next time. Bye.